Hello again, everybody. I'm Paul the Nitro Skywers. Welcome back to part 2 of the Nitro Corner for this October 8th, which should have been in September, but I decided to do it in October in honor of 9/11. Let's do some analysis now. Let's start with AJ Styles. Has he proven all that he could in his career? Believe it or not, no. Because now that he's WWE World Heavyweight Champion, he's got to prove that he is the best World Heavyweight Champion. Right now, he is carrying the flagship that is SmackDown against the juggernaut that is Monday Night Raw and Kevin Owens. AJ Styles now's got to prove that he is the better of the brand's world champion. So, yeah, he has something else to prove now that he is WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Let's see how long he lasts as champion and whether he can prove that or not. Moving on now, there's just too much focus. Let's talk about the general managers. There's just too much focus on them. It seems like every 15 minutes on Raw, Stephanie has controversy with Seth Rollins because Triple H screwed Seth Rollins. And I guess Stephanie didn't know about it. Really? And then Mick Foley, guilty conscience. A battle of consciousness. Is he more worried about his job or Holy Foley, which I do not watch, Mick? Really? Come on, Mick. You're the general manager of Raw. Who cares about Holy Foley? Really, we got enough reality shows for us to gag by, for crying out loud. So, if you have such a guilty conscience and a battle of your consciousness, get over it. You're the general manager. Prove it. And let's stop putting them every 15 minutes in every promo segment. Boom, boom, boom. Why? They're not that entertaining, people. Let's focus on the action that is in the ring and not on the general managers and the soap opera drama that is Stephanie McMahon. Is she really in cahoots with Hunter again? And Mick Foley, his battle of his conscience. Really? Is it Holy Foley or is it him being general manager? Who knows? Too much focus, at least on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, we rarely see them on there unless they have to make an important decision and they have good timing. Foley and Stephanie, too much focus. Too much focus. Please, get back to the action, will you? Next up, let's talk about Becky Lynch, and definitely hard work pays off for Becky Lynch for the last kicker, winning the WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight title. Congratulations to her. She has been kind of in a slump as of late. Her situation with Natalya and trying to win each and every week, but she's a good competitor, and she definitely proved it in the SmackDown Six-Pack Challenge for the first ever SmackDown Women's World Heavyweight title. Definitely hard work pays off, and I applaud that. That's a big thumbs up for me. Congratulations to Becky Lynch. Definitely be on the lookout for her, and I'm looking forward to her first title defense against Alexa Bliss tonight at No Mercy on pay-per-view. And definitely hard work pays off. Now, finally on the WWE front, let's talk about whether will the Cruiserweights make an impact on Raw. Obviously, yes. You got TJ Perkins as the Cruiserweight champion right now. You got Brian Kendrick, who just beat him in a non-title match to earn himself a shot. Then you got Rich Swann, who I'm very impressed with. Cedric Alexander, another guy I'm very impressed with. And just a plethora of cruiserweights that are in there really bring the excitement to Raw. Kind of reminds me a lot of the WCW Cruiserweight division. This is probably the next generation of the Cruiserweights in professional wrestling. And that is my WWE analysis for this month. Excuse me. Moving on to Ring of Honor. Let's talk about Jay Lethal. Is he really blinding himself with rage towards Adam Cole? Yes. Look what happened when Naito turned his back on him. He should have seen this coming. He was not his friend. Trust me on that. And now the blind rage. I want to be back as Ring of Honor World Champion. That's great. But don't let it blind you to the fact that not only does Adam Cole have the Too Sweet Bullet Club backing him up each and every time, now you got Naito wanting a piece of you, as well as Evil of New Japan Pro Wrestling. The blindness may turn out to be a big detriment to Jay Lethal. I would have eyes in the back of my head and be on a cautious lookout for this, for not only the Bullet Club, but Los Angeles. Excuse me, I can't pronounce it, but Naito and Evil. I'll try to get the name right next time, trust me. And yes, I do watch New Japan Pro Wrestling on AXS TV. Great stuff. If you have the AXS TV channel, watch it. It is very good. Excuse me. Moving on now, let's talk about the cabinet, shall we? The All Night Express and that other dude, I forget his name, you're going to have to excuse me. But are they too politically correct? They want to make wrestling great again. Really? First off, you're ripping off Donald Trump, by the way. Yes, I'm wearing a Donald Trump t-shirt. Why? Because he apologized for his video stuff. And I'm not going to go into all the latest controversy involving Donald Trump, because Hillary Clinton has the same problems on her side of the plate, if you dig what I'm saying. So, are they a little too politically correct? You decide. But I think they're ripping off Donald Trump as far as I'm concerned. Next up, a trio of excitement. Ring of Honor announced the tournament for the 6-man tag team titles, and I'll have the results for the Ring of Honor's All-Star Extravaganza on the special PWI 500 edition of the Nitro Corner later today. I think this is an excellent idea. 6-man tag team matches are great. You can add that extra element of that third guy, the third man, like the 6th man in basketball. The third guy in the 6-man tag provides someone fresh and could change the outcome of a match. So I'm really excited about that Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles coming in the near future. Now, and that's it for your Ring of Honor analysis for this month. Moving on now, it's our favorite segment of the show. It's trivia time. Now, I will not have the answers to trivia time until November, when the Delaware Pro Wrestling Report will return, which will be, let me see here, on November 12th. So, you'll have some extra time to try to get these 2 questions right. I'll reveal the answers November 12th on the Delaware Pro Wrestling Report. So here we go, trivia time for this month. Number 1, true or false? Terry Funk started out his career in 1964. Terry Funk started out his career in 1964. Question number 2, in what year did the NWA make its debut at the Baltimore Civic Center? So let me repeat the questions again. Number 1, true or false? Terry Funk started out his career in 1964. Number 2, in what year did the NWA make its debut at the Baltimore Civic Center? And that is trivia time for this month. The answers will come during the November 12th edition of the Delaware Pro Wrestling Report on November 12th. Moving on now, let's go to the Time Machine. I got 2 things for you today for Time Machine for September 1st to September 30th time frame. First for Mid-South Wrestling, and oh, by the way, quick shout out to Mark James. He has his new book, the Wrestling Record Book, Mid-South UWF 1979 to 1987. Pick up your copy today. It is good. Trust me on that. And from Mid-South Wrestling, September 17th, 1982, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, JYD, the Junkyard Dog, and Mr. Olympia defeated the One-Man Gang and Killer Khan. And then the WWE from the Baltimore Civic Center, September 27, 1972, Pedro Morales defeated the Spoiler to retain the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight title. And that is Time Machine for this week, and that's it for this edition of the Nitro Corner. Don't forget, this is going to be a triple header today. Coming up next is the Delaware Pro Wrestling Report for this month, including some big news about Rampage Pro Wrestling. And then our special, after that, it's our special PWI 500 edition of the Nitro Corner. Until then, I'm Paul the Nitro Skyver saying, we'll see you next time. So long, everybody.